My new book is here, The Quiet Blueprint of Wealth. It's a masterclass that teaches exactly what the title implies. Grab your physical copies on Amazon Prime or anywhere else books are sold, or download the ebook version exclusively at DaneMakeYouThink.com.
OCO, free thinkers.
I make you think, yeah. I make you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you think.
Listen to the chosen people, all of you out there who know that you originated on Turtle Island and that you are an indigenous American. Cut it out with the labeling ourselves of fundamental black Americans. What that actually means is fundamental
or foundational
Americans. We're not that either.
Right.
We're none of what they have said.
Oh no, I agree with that because of the term black, okay, means that you're dead. They can't see you. You're blacking yourself out. That's why, you know, they consistently say, you know, the term black. And don't forget that black was derogatory around the same time as darky was derogatory. The N-word was derogatory with the hard R. All of that was derogatory, you know, and now all of a sudden we calling ourselves by a derogatory term. That needs to stop.
We are.
It's not working in our favor.
Period. That's what we're standing on. That's who we are. That's why we're coming back to take what was ours. Yes, they labeled us as black, and many of you have been indoctrinated to believe and use the term black. But just like Yahshua was dead for a moment and he raised in the third day, we are now raising back to take our true identity as the indigenous Americans, the aboriginals of this land, Turtle Island.
Set it on fire.
And for everyone else, let them do what they do. Now, for everyone who is melanated, we are not going against you. We are just taking our stand as our tribe.
Right.
As you, each and every one of
and I agree, you know what I'm saying? Why? And you know, it's sad that some people have to explain that, and I know I have as well, because they felt like we're going against other people just because we're claiming who we are. And that never has been the case. I never spoke ill of anyone. Not one time. Even though it was rumors, like false rumors, lies basically, going around saying I was. They lied. But he's right though. We shouldn't have to explain that part. I mean, at all. And I feel as though we need to stop explaining shit to these. I'm gonna keep it professional. We need to stop explaining ourselves to these people. Just keep it pushing.
Of this land, Turtle Island. Period. And for everyone else, let them do what they do. Now, for everyone who is melanated, we are not going against you. We are just taking our stand as our tribe.
Right.
Just as you, each and every one of you, have your tribe already. So
right.
You don't have to deal with what we're dealing with.
Exactly.
We're not angry at you, and we're not separating. We're putting a stamp on our tribe, so then all the tribes can stand up again.
Exactly.
The 13 tribes. And 2 of the
tribes
were lost. We were one of those that was lost. We're no longer lost. We're coming back.
Hold on. Oh. Man, that's why I be using that 13 number. They be mad, bro, when I'm talking about, I know that hit them. I know that hurt them. Because they tried to rub it in our face as if it was a bad thing. But hold on, no, it's a good thing. And we already know we more than 13% of the population. We already know you've been lying about it, but nah, let's use that number against them. Use it against them. Shout out to the 13. What up, though? Shout out to the 13%. Nah, use it against them. All right, come on.
Angry at you, and we're not separating. We're putting a stamp on our tribe, so then all the tribes can stand up again. There are the 13 tribes, and 2
Talk
of the
to
tribes
them.
were lost. We were one of those that was lost. We're no longer lost. We're
no longer.
Set it on fire.
Aware fully as the indigenous American. In Shatakote. Knock it off. You're not fundamental nothing. You are indigenous Americans.
Boom, 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 boom.
Bam.
The type of shit I'm on, you
Wouldn't understand. Yeah. Shout out to that brother. Shout out to him.
Fire.
Isn't it crazy that any other race outside of Black Americans can speak on who they truly are and don't get bashed for it? But the minute Black Americans speak on who they truly are, we're attacked for it. This is my grandmother, Callie, born 1893, a pure-blooded indigenous Indian. This is also my grandmother, Callie. But my grandmother, Callie, when she died in 1974, she died with the name Jessie Tucker, with her race being Negro. How did my grandmother go from being an indigenous Indian named Callie Carter, which was her birth name, to dying a Black Negro?
Stop. Chad, now y'all know we talked about this numerous times. I'ma wait on it. Chad, tell me how. What took place? How was our identity stolen? Changed? The census? All right, keep going. I'm looking at chat right now. Keep going. And keep in mind, everybody else can see chat also. Don't forget the chat is on screen. Reclassification? Okay, keep going. Racial Integrity Act. Yes, Walter Pleck. Oh, there we go. The Dawes Rose Act. Okay. Social destruct. Okay. Paper genocide. All right, we there. Indoctrination. Look, go down the goddamn list, right? Go down the goddamn list. Eugenics, exactly. Okay. So that's what happened.
Jessie Tucker. What the fuck really took place with our ancestors? Let's awaken the truth. After slavery, land theft, and treaties were broken, the U.S. government decided who counted as Indian and who didn't. Census workers, local officials, laws like the one-drop rule turned indigenous people into Black people on paper.
Stop.
Fire.
And that's just part of it.
Fire.
That part right there is just a part. Just the part. The one-drop rule was just a part of it. They did many things. It wasn't just one thing. Many things in order to get that done. That's why I always tell people that wasn't easy. That wasn't an easy task for them to get done. It didn't happen overnight. It took them years to get that done. Exactly. And look at chat going on. And I'm glad because the people that are going to see this later, they're going to be able to read chat and see everybody's answers. That's the reason why I got the chat on the screen. I'm gonna doll that up a little bit more, make it, a little larger also when I'm on camera. Y'all about to see all that here in a second. But yeah, more than just the one-drop rule though.
Rights, identity, and protection. To the pale-faced Native Americans who are asking us, where are our tribal cards? Let me ask you a question. Why would a true indigenous person need permission from the same system that stole their land to prove who they are?
Talk to these. Hey, hold on. Go back.
Paper, stripping them of land rights, identity, and protection. To the pale-faced Native Americans who are asking us, where are our tribal cards? Let me ask you a question. Why would a true indigenous person need permission from the same system that stole their land to prove who they are?
Let that sink in. Let that sink in. What's her name, Dane? I don't know. Y'all know her name? I'll shout her out and I'll shout out the guy before this. If y'all mention it in the chat, y'all say repeat that? Okay, hold on. Go. So repeat it. Rewind that back. Her name is Tara. Shout out to Tara. You doing your thing, sister.
Fire.
The guy name is Cree. Shout out to Cree as well. Shout out to Cree. Y'all said no. Okay, where? What? When I say let that sink in? Where? Let that sink in. Where? And the so-called Native Americans gonna be mad. They gonna be screaming. They gonna
no, God! No, God, please, no, 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 no.
They gonna be pissed, right? All right, hold on. Did I rewind it back? I think I did.
People
Yeah.
on paper, stripping them of land rights, identity, and protection. To the pale-faced Native Americans who are asking us, where are our tribal cards? Let me ask you a question. Why would a true indigenous person need permission from the same system that stole their land to prove who they are? Why? Why you're waving your tribal cards like they're birth certificates? History actually shows us something different.
Ooh, while you waving your tribal... No, stop, bro. Say it again.
They are.
Hold on. Wait.
Why you're waving your tribal cards like they're birth certificates?
While you waving your tribal cards like they're birth certificates, she is going in. She's going in. You said her name was Kara, right? Her name was Kara. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, she cooking and she is writing exact. She's writing exact. Waving around tribal cards like they're birth certificates. Tara, right? Okay, yeah. Shout out to Tara. Hey, you going there, Tara. Shout out to all the DG. Man, she going there.
History actually shows us something different. Whole communities were erased from records, while other communities were added for land, money, and benefits.
Right.
What's even more crazy is seeing Native Americans claiming to be the true indigenous identity, but yet use the same hatred, the same racism, the same disrespect that the settlers use against their own ancestors.
The only thing I would change is when she says settlers. Because yes, you can use that terminology, but these were the people that ended up becoming the colonizers. And I'm pretty sure people understand that now, but just in case there's some folks out there that don't understand where she's coming from. You know, that's why I throw in that term colonizer, so you can understand that they're basically doing what the same one that they feel as though they act like they're against. The so-called Native Americans act like they're against the colonizer this, the colonizer did that, right? But meanwhile, they turning around acting just like the colonizer when it come to us right now. And they not the only group that's doing that, by the way. And it's not all of them. You know, I'm not saying it's all of them, okay? But it's a large amount of them online doing it. They hide behind keyboards, won't ever do that shit in our face at all. Let's be real. They not popping up to our meets. They not popping up to, they ain't popping up. They scared. They scared. Look at that Indian right there. Look at this Indian. And you gonna tell me she ain't an Indian? Oh man. All right.
Your bloodline really comes from people who survived genocide. How did you inherit the language of the oppressor instead of the spirit of the oppressed? How? Our ancestors were reclassified and paper erased. And let me ask you this. If our ancestors were migrants of Africa, what was the purpose of the government reclassifying them all? You don't reclassify migrants. You document migrants.
Woo! The good point. Very good point. Very good point. She got him in a chokehold right there. Very good point. Go back.
Migrants. You document migrants. But
that's true. That is so true.
You document migrants. But you do reclassify.
Hold on, let me go back.
If our ancestors were migrants of Africa, what was the purpose of the government reclassifying them all? You don't reclassify migrants. You document migrants. But you do reclassify indigenous people when you're trying to erase their land rights, their identity, and their legal statuses. Reclassification only happens when someone already belongs to the land, and the system needs them to stop belonging on paper. Newcomers, then that would have been no need for census trickers,
right?
Racial relabeling, and paper genocide. They didn't change us because we arrived. They changed us because we were already here.
A good way to end it. Very good. Very good. I like that. I like that a lot.
Fire.
Shout out to Kara.
Fire. Fire. Fire.
I like that a lot. Yeah, that's big facts. Big facts.
OCO Freethinkers.
I make you think, yeah. I make you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you think, yeah. I made you think, yeah. I made you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you
He's
think.
here to make you think.
I make you think, yeah. I make you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you think, yeah. I made you think, yeah. I made you think, I make you think,
It's Dane
yeah. I make
Calloway.